This to me was more of a like, hey man, we're normal people like you guys are.
I'm not up. I'm drunk. And then when I'm done with that, I put Vaseline actually around the edges. Just ordered somebody.
We should probably change the
We need
intro.
a new intro.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Absolutely.
It's fine.
Especially we got to start having guests on and we forget about it.
Do you want me to go ahead and do the intro now?
Oh, go
or?
for it.
Okay, awesome. All right, everybody, welcome to Top City Grind. This is episode number 137. We have Clint Helm from Clearance Camo Outdoors.
Yeah.
And we're talking about vasectomies today.
You just jumping right into vasectomy.
Yes. Because there was something you told us just a couple of minutes ago that I think needs to be repeated as long as you're comfortable.
Yeah, if you're not, we can go to the next subject. Cause
Yeah. We can skip the vasectomies if we have to.
I mean, I talk about vasectomy to anybody.
Awesome.
I don't care. Are you talking about the part where we found out 2 days before I found out?
all of it. Let's just
yeah.
rehash it all because Leo didn't hear it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
tell him the story.
So I got 3 kids at home. I got another one on the way. But we found out 2 days before my vasectomy that my wife was pregnant.
Holy shit.
So after our third, which is my son, my one and only son, my wife had a lot of pregnancy complications. And so we're like, yeah, we're done, So we went through figuring out all the logistics. keep going. You're fine. With vasectomies and how the insurance is going to cover it. Just kind of moved on from there. Well, so we got it scheduled. And the way my insurance works is I had to go in for a consultation, then wait 30 days. And apparently in that 30 days, I went a little haywild and
You hit the jackpot.
You got it done.
yeah. And so my wife was even on birth control and everything, right? There's a 1 in 4,000 chance that she was going to get pregnant on birth control. Mm-hmm. Just happened to be.
It happens.
I happened to be that one.
Dang. So you should have bought some lottery tickets.
I did, and I won $2 on a $20 ticket. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah.
A win's a win, man.
That sounds about right. That's not a win.
Win? No, it's
It's
coming
an
out even.
$18 loss.
Wait, a $20 ticket?
Yeah.
$20 ticket, $2 win.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought you said $1 ticket.
No,
Oh,
a
yeah.
$20
Yeah.
ticket. So yeah, that was a fun ride, smelling that cauterization process.
Ugh. Have you ever had where they do the fillings?
Yeah,
What's the smell compared?
totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, the smell it reminded me of was when I was like 15. I was hunting with my dad, and we cooked Pop-Tarts while we go hunting, which is the weirdest thing ever. But started a little fire, cooked a Pop-Tart, and we flipped it into my hand, and the icing was
Melting,
and it actually melted my skin. And that's what it smells like.
Have you ever burned yourself and smelled the burn?
No,
You never burned yourself?
Don't know. Try it.
Not that bad. No.
I got a lighter if you want.
No, we're good. I'll
Yeah,
smell
burns. It's just
John.
burnt skin. That's what it smells like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. So when you grind knives, you're grinding with gloves, and sometimes you're grinding and you grab it, and then somebody comes in, they're like, "Oh, let me see that blade." You do it without even thinking. You hand them the blade.
Oh, I've done that
yeah.
to you before.
Yeah, you did that to me.
Yeah.
But that
I'm sorry.
that smell.
Yeah.
And see, I was also a mechanic, right? And touching things that are freshly welded.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Yeah, but you'd think the welder would be like, hey, don't touch that. But, as a mechanic, you should know, don't touch that.
You won't do it again though.
No, I don't mechanic anymore. So.
Yeah, but even like with me, a blade, like somebody's gonna hand me a blade, I'll tap it first and see. I don't care what it is, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So this doctor apparently says some inappropriate things too. Is that repeatable or no?
No, we're not going to repeat that part.
Fair enough.
Yeah. She's going to listen to this just because I'm on here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently the doctor when they did his vasectomy, they tied his dick and then
She's gonna
did
listen
something to
this.
cinch it up.
She's gonna listen to this. He's just told you.
but we're talking about
we're not
we're talking
me
about
now.
his vasectomy.
I'll talk about that all day. Yeah,
Yeah.
they took surgical tubing and tied it around and then pinched it up to my shirt like it was like a lapel.
What?
Yeah. They got to get it out of the way.
That's probably the doctor that burned Bruce's dick, and he learned from his mistake. That's probably what it was.
This doctor's done
When they did mine's
thousands.
probably too small, so they didn't even move.
It must have been cold that day.
Yeah. Dude.
No, so the doctor that did mine has done thousands. When he was in the Army, he'd have all these guys come in and be like, if you don't give me a vasectomy, dude, we're going to have tons of GI babies. So let's get it done.
Get her done.
Was this hobby? Like a side gig.
Side gig, $20. Depending on how he felt, he could charge that much.
Yeah.
He's all like, "This is not what I signed up for."
He's cracking jokes the whole time too. So I was,
Does that make you feel more or less comfortable?
the jokes weren't directly related to my genitals.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I was
As long as it wasn't like
The doctor and nurse that did mine were talking about the game the night before. So that
would have made me feel more comfortable.
it made me uncomfortable because I'm like, stop talking about the game and pay attention
Concentrate
to
on
my dick.
no,
like you're gonna hurt me.
No,
oh, dude,
I'd be
I'm
more
done with it.
comfortable.
Just do what you got to do.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I still want to use mine. You know what I mean? Like I
guess.
just don't want to have any more babies.
Oh, fair enough.
So that was my reasoning. That's why I asked because it made me uncomfortable that they're there talking about the game. Because I'm like, hey, like you're
attention.
in my junk. Pay attention
I'm
to
gonna
what
tell
you're
you. I'm
doing.
gonna tell you what the doctor told my wife, and I'm not.
Sure. Yeah.
She's like, "You're a lucky lady." That's what she said. I swear to God.
He probably tells that to everybody.
I wish he
that
could have
goes
told
in.
his other story because then I would have been like, see?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about that one.
Okay.
Oh man. So, Clint, tell us about yourself.
Oh, okay, so
Now that we've,
Now that
we've talked about my genitals. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. Now that everybody's comfortable.
yeah,
Yep.
except me.
except me.
You're not comfortable.
No.
Why?
What? Do we need to go a little deeper?
No.
Are you gonna get a
let's not go deep.
vasectomy, Jesus?
No.
You're the first brown person I know that has ever had that. Leo, I want you to know that.
So now you don't have to be worried about anything.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not going to get
I don't
pregnant.
think the doctor's gonna tell that to my wife, to be honest. But I walk in, he's like, dude, he tells that to everybody.
Whatever, dude. He's going to come out to your wife and be like,
You're like, I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
Okay. Anyway, back to you.
Anyway, so-
to what you do.
so, I'm a stay-at-home dad most of the time. I work 1 day a week at a retail store. But stay-at-home dad, I got 3 kids, another one on the way. And I started this podcast because I was losing my mind. My kids are all young. I got one that's in school. The rest of them are too young to go.
what's the name of your podcast?
Clearance Camo.
Clearance Camo.
Yeah, so I got that actually because of this shirt. This shirt was clearance, and so I paid $4 for it. I bought 4 of them, and I've never paid full price for camouflage. I've got some really nice camouflage, but I didn't pay for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so because I was losing my mind, I actually started a blog, and nobody's got time to read anymore. Nobody's going to sit down and read your stories. And I was like, you know what? I'll just record them and put them out there so people can listen when they're driving or doing dishes, whatever they're doing. So I was talking to people that I know and how long they listen to their podcasts for and whatnot, and I got so many different responses. Most of them, it's 10 minutes. Some of them are like, I listen to like these 30-hour podcasts. No, I'll just do whatever gets the story done.
Yeah.
And call it good.
Oh, so that's why some of them are like 16 minutes, some of them are like 2 hours, and
Yeah, so all the ones that are longer, I have a guest on,
oh, okay.
and so and then all the guests right now are all people that I've known for a while, but we're changing that. I have some other guests coming on in September. I've never met in my life, so.
And how do you reach out to them? How did you find these people you've never met?
So I went the lazy way, and I went through the people I subscribed to on YouTube, and then just sent them an email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So reach them out that way. Okay.
Yeah. And most of them, don't respond, which I get. Everybody's busy, and who's going to talk to the lonely guy that just shoots out an email?
Yeah.
So, but I got a couple of them that have responded back, and they were like, heck yeah, let's do this. Sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
So what's the main focus of your podcast for those that haven't listened to it?
So the main focus of my podcast is outdoors related stories. I've been an outdoorsman all my life, hunting, fishing, camping, all of that. And so the main focus is the stories that come along with that. I'm a very accident prone person, so I get a lot of those stories out there, like the Pop-Tart melting the skin on my hand. Things like that are kind of what I talk about. To me, it's funny that I burnt my hand, and I want other people to laugh at me too. Yeah. So that's what I tried to stick with. But I only have 16 years worth of stories that I run out pretty quick.
So what's a memorable story that somebody's told you that you're like, oh shit?
That somebody's told me?
Yeah. From your guests that you've had on, or
Yeah.
they don't really tell stories, or
Yeah, so
is it mostly you tell them stories and then ask them questions about the story you told them?
one of them is my brother-in-law. We've tried to kill this guy a couple times on accident. He's also very accident prone. And one of the things that kind of got to me was the way that he tells the story when we were shooting tannerite and he got the chunk of plastic lodged in, like it smacked him in the neck. So November, we always shoot the pumpkins that we carved for Halloween. And then we use tannerite to kind of make a big old explosion.
Yeah, we've played with that before.
So I had my wife's van, which is the ultimate off-road mobile, minivan, and kind of get off the beaten path a little bit. And we're shooting these pumpkins, but we were way too close. I mean, we were like 20 yards at most, and shooting the 1 pound targets. And my other brother-in-law shot, and the plastic zipped by him, zipped by me, and hit. Well, his name's Cody. Hit him right in the neck. And so it went from laughing to gagging real fast.
To laughing again?
Yeah.
Oh,
As soon as he caught his breath, it was.
shit, that could have been.
So it didn't cut him. It didn't.
It didn't cut him or anything. It just smacked flat, but it left the perfect shape of a welt on his neck.
The ones we were shooting, what size were those?
It was the 1 pounders.
What, 1 pound as well?
Yeah, so I bought the 10-pound bucket, which has 10 1-pound targets in it.
Yeah, that's what we had.
Yeah.
What's the most you can buy? Like the heaviest?
I think you can buy up to like a 5 pound.
I think 5 pound. That sounds about right.
I don't know for sure what the heaviest, single target you can buy is.
I think it's 5 pound. But I'm not sure.
I mean, you can buy as much as you want at once. And as long as it's not mixed, it's legal to store.
Oh, okay.
Once it's mixed, then the ATF gets involved.
Really? Yeah. So once you mix it, you have to
You have to
donate
use it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then now the ATF's getting cranky if you use it to get paid views on YouTube too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So if you have one, because I don't know how it works, but if you have one next to each other, will they both blow up, or will
No.
they won't?
No.
You have to mix them up. You have to mix them up well, because if you just grab it and dump it in and shoot it, it won't do anything.
But if you have two mixed, like really well mixed,
Yeah.
next to each other, then they will both blow up, or just the
Not
one you shoot?
necessarily.
Not necessarily. No, you have to
depends on the
penetrate. You have to.
caliber.
It needs that impact.
Yeah.
But if you were to line them up and shoot through both of them,
Then it would.
Correct.
Because the okay.
But usually when you do that, you hit the first one and it blows the other one out of the way.
Damn.
or you could just get a bigger bucket and mix it together.
Yeah.
So were any lessons learned, or did you guys keep doing that?
So we kept doing it. The lesson wasn't learned.
Back up.
We learned the lesson when we got home, and I saw the amount of pumpkin guts that were all over the van. And then I had to explain to my wife why there was pumpkin inside the van, because we were shooting with the side doors open. And so as it exploded, it just went everywhere. My wife went to work, and she was picking pumpkin off of her back windshield.
So that's where the lesson was learned. Not
Yeah, don't use the wife's car so close.
What are like the safety things you have to take into account when, or did you not research that?
So the safety you're supposed to take into account is it actually tells you the distance on the can.
Yeah, it tells you where
You
to
have to
stand.
be.
I don't remember how much it was.
Oh.
Yeah, but it tells you the distance.
It
Like,
does tell you the distance.
Do you have to like clear any rocks or anything that could be close by, or
That's up to you.
Yeah. I mean,
they don't fuck you up?
You should.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you absolutely should.
it was inside a pumpkin, so.
We've had buddies that filled up a bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket with it, and put it inside a car.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I got introduced to Tannerite was my mom showing me a video of a dude blowing up a lawnmower, and the blade came off and got his leg.
Oh, nice.
And so from that moment on, I was like, I got to shoot that.
That looks fun.
Yeah, that guy lost his leg, but I won't shoot a lawnmower, so I'll be fine.
No, those are fun. The small little rimfire ones are fun. The little
Yeah.
22 ones.
We've because they come as a big package, and then you
10-pack, I think it
Yeah,
is.
well, you mix it all up and then you scoop it into the bags. You tape those to the back of a clay pigeon, and they go off with a shotgun too.
No, really.
Yeah, so you tape it to the back of a clay pigeon, launch it out there, and shoot it, and it blows up.
Stop giving him ideas.
Yeah, he's like right now. He's like, okay, let's order this, and this.
There's actually
I have it all.
there's actually a special powder you can put in there and make it do different colors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gender reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, they actually sell
Yeah, they
gender
do.
reveal
Yeah, they do.
Tannerite.
I was gonna say that. I was looking it up just now, and they have a gender reveal one. Check it
Which
out.
one was the one that they did where they caused a massive wildfire?
Just look
A
up gender
rainbow?
reveal on.
No, it'll blow up either blue or pink.
Oh, I thought a rainbow.
I don't think they have a rainbow option. I think Tannerite is perfectly comfortable assuming the gender of the children whose gender is being revealed.
Yeah.
Pink and blue.
I think so. Yeah.
Pink used to be a
the-
boy's color. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah, George
Really?
Washington wore pink.
The biggest
the
one
day.
that I'm finding is a 2-pounder.
GW. You like pink? Oh,
Can you
call it
order that like
GW.
off the website?
What did he?
I said GW. Like
George Washington. He called him GW.
Yeah, you can order them right off the website. Huh?
I'm too hip.
No, this
for
is
it.
U.S. Tactical Supply.
We're old, John.
I don't
It's
think you
like,
can buy from.
It's like that mechanical.
straight from Tannerite.
What's it
No,
called?
no, no. I'm saying
Camera.
like you can order off the website.
old are you?
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
30.
You don't ask that question.
He's not a lady.
You don't ask John
Are
that
you?
question.
No.
Okay.
No.
I have to make sure now.
I thought the beard was.
Yeah, that was
good
a dead giveaway.
Oh, fair enough.
You have to ask these questions now because you can't just assume.
Yeah, that's why I asked you. Would you call Jesus Jesus or Jesus?
You're gonna buy some just because
No,
you can.
I'm
or-
just gonna see.
Is he trying to buy rainbow colored?
Yeah, if you tell him if you tell him about something cool and you see him pull out his phone, it'll be here in a week.
No, now it's going to be quicker since we have Amazon here.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Jesus is ordering stuff the next day.
Yeah, that was badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Which is dangerous
which one?
because they have the Amazon
Oh yeah,
distribution
yeah.
center.
That's
here
who
now.
delivers here now.
Yeah,
UPS, so them guys don't really do it anymore.
no,
Is
it's
that why they have those rented vans?
yeah,
Are those ones
the
showing up?
Penske or what is it? Penske? Is it Penske?
Yeah, they had
What
a
are
lot of
they- who are
Penske.
they?
They're deliveries.
Just delivery, just normal. It's like DHL or what?
No,
Do
it's
they do
like,
like,
it's like
It's
Enterprise.
like a U-Haul.
Yeah,
It's
a
like a
rental.
U-Haul, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys see that you can? Who was it? Dylan saying that you could sign up and be a delivery person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Uber
You
Eats
can
and
sign up
stuff
like an
that,
Uber
same thing.
driver.
Really?
Yeah.
So on Sunday,
Where?
you have like 100 trucks there, people
Really?
delivering on Sunday.
Yeah, you
Really?
sign up for like 4-hour blocks or something.
That's
And
badass.
They say I guess the way it works is they give you so many packages and they estimate it takes about 4 hours. And they're like, we'll pay you to deliver these packages.
Oh, that's badass.
If it takes you 2 hours, cool. If it takes you 10 hours, that's your own fault.
That's your fault.
But
for
that's your-
being
but that's your-
fucking efficient.
But that's your pay. Like, you take this many packages.
You
for
don't
this
sign up
price.
for that.
Hell no. I
Okay.
would hate. I hate driving around town. Imagine just dropping off.
Yeah,
I
it
would
doesn't bug
probably
me.
Try to chuck
Listen
it.
to
What
couple
John would
podcasts.
do? What John would do is he'd deliver something and knock, and they'd open the door, and he'd like talk to him for 15 minutes, and like get to know him really well. It would take him way
It'd be
longer than 4
awkward,
hours.
yeah.
Right now, I would see Craig really like taking like video or pictures of the trees they have.
We're like, that's a cool plant.
Let's see what that's at. Yeah.
Can we incorporate?
I was doing that with the plants.
Can we incorporate your grass thing with, and see what he thinks of your story?
I mean, if you want to, I still don't know much about it yet, but
Craig Powell is
learning.
kind of like our eco-friendly environmentalist of our group.
that's not at all what this is about.
No, you're just like a representative in that area.
Yeah, he represents the tree hugging community.
That's not true.
Yeah, you can go directly through Tannerite.
Oh, nice. Is 2 pound the biggest target you're
I
seeing?
don't know. I just barely.
I
pulled
think
it up.
2 pounds is
Yeah,
the biggest
he's gonna
one.
buy some.
That's good.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
It's good. There is a season for Tannerite.
Really?
Yeah. It's
like
just-
where it's on sale or what?
No, when you can legally shoot it.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, it's the same season as snow tires.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
In Idaho?
Yeah.
No.
you
It's a
can't
fire
shoot it.
risk.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I didn't know that.
Did you look? Did you call the Forest Service? Or how do you know?
Yeah. So the Forest Service came
Because
in
we
where I
called,
work.
we called the Forest Service and we asked, and we shot it.
It was May.
yeah, it was.
May,
It was
June?
May. So in
Yeah,
May
it
it's
was
legal.
May.
Yeah, your snow tires are illegal from like June to.
So they're legal from October through May.
Okay.
Right. And so that's what the Forest Service told us. was-
So from June through October, they're saying you
Okay,
can't.
so fair enough.
So from
We did it
June
in
to-
May.
Was it May?
I didn't know that.
No.
Because we did one around October, and then we did the other one around May. Because it was to promote
'Cause I
the.
remember the Forest
NRA show.
Service.
Oh yeah.
The Forest Service said
I thought it was just as long as the fire danger wasn't at a certain level.
Correct.
It didn't.
So
So that's what I thought.
So what they told me was from October to May, it's fine. And then if you shoot it out of season, they can ticket you for the fire risk.
Oh, damn.
Really?
But that could be in relation to the fire risk level.
Yeah, I thought the way they explained it to us was more like, as long as you can light a campfire, you can shoot tannerite.
And see,
Yeah.
this is also a government agency we're talking about, right? So,
touche.
You know,
Yeah,
get 5 different answers.
that's a good point. Every time we fly with a gun, we get different answers from the airports too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that guy's like, as long as there's nothing flammable around it, do it.
Maybe it was because we called. Who knows?
I don't know. I was shooting on snow, so I wasn't too worried about
Pretty
it.
safe.
Yeah, snow and rock. So,
Yeah, that's all you have to worry about is shrapnel.
yeah, and, I mean, it only tries
Which
to
is
kill one of
worse.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 pounds. That's the biggest I've seen.
Yeah.
Some of those have a warning on them not to mix multiple
Yeah,
packages
all
together.
of all of them say don't mix. Don't try to make a small one bigger.
Yeah.
But that's just because they don't want you to build a giant ass.
Balls.
Some of it is that,
Explosive.
but some of it is if you if you try to put 2 quarter-pound things into a quarter-pound container, like there might not be enough oxygen or something for it to explode. I don't know, some weird thing like that.
Yeah. The rimfire ones, though, the ones that I bought were all one container and you scooped them out. If you mix that all together, it actually gives a bigger explosion than a 1 pound.
Nice.
You can feel it real well.
It's always fun.
Yeah. But I mean, I like to blow things up, so.
Did you buy some?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Saving that for later.
No, I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch at home. But to put it on like the clay pigeon, that'd be pretty badass.
Right?
Yeah, I have the 1 pound. I have the half pounders and the 1 pounders. That's when it was getting sort of crazy to buy them, whatever. I bought a shitload of them.
Yeah. It's got to be the rimfire one, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The rimfire, I don't have none of those.
Yeah.
So that's the one I'll probably buy.
Yeah.
So back to your podcast. How long have you been? How long have you been doing it?
So 2 months, 3 months?
Oh, okay.
Not very
So how many episodes have you put out?
14, I think. It's pretty good.
Okay, so it's fairly new.
About
Do
once
you-
a week.
Do you also go on? Do you also put it on YouTube or just on Spotify?
So I don't video record my podcast. It's all audio.
It's just audio?
Just audio. So it's just on Spotify and Google Podcast right now. So I have an Instagram too. but
Okay.
It's pretty boring.
So do you get any feedback from the people that listen to it?
No, they don't contact me. Which I give my email out all the time.
Uh-huh.
I just don't get any emails. So I think my email is actually mostly full of you guys.
Oh shit. Mostly John.
I'm sorry, hey, how's your day going? I'm surprised how quick you are replying.
I'm a stay-at-home dad. I mean, it's not like I gotta like leave work and be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm done working.
Yeah, it's like, "Hey, my kid's watching SpongeBob right now. I'm just gonna." I'm
What's been your favorite episode of SpongeBob?
I don't know, man.
I maybe know it.
do you zone out like
Yeah.
when they're watching cartoons?
Well, dude, they're watching cartoons. I'm doing dishes, folding laundry, whatever, you know.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Mom at home, you know. So they get to watch SpongeBob, and then
Do you put certain, for example, like one of the things I've been having a hard time with my son is giving him limits, like when it comes to watching TV, because I feel like when I'm home, I let the TV take care of him, which is fucked up and it shouldn't be. Do you put limits on your kids?
So they're actually really good right now about when it's getting to be too long. They just get up and they start playing. So they kind of do whatever they want to do.
It's full.
Okay, we're gonna pause it for a second. We'll come right back. So go ahead and stop it, John. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We're back. We had a little issue with one of the USB cards. But anyway, back. So you were saying about. I was asking you about limits.
Yeah.
You put limits on your kids.
Yeah. So when they start getting I don't know, bored with SpongeBob or whatever they're watching, They just get up, they run around, they play outside. Now that it's warming up, we got a trampoline. I also have 7 ducks, so they go out and chase the ducks for a minute.
Oh, okay. So that's what I need to do probably then, like get them out there.
Yeah, get a few ducks. Kids love ducks.
You need to get a goat, Jesus. That way it mows your lawn and Lenny can have a pet.
You want one? Jesus?
Would they
I'll buy
allow?
it for
Would they
Danny.
allow
You
anything
gonna
like
give me a-
that?
No.
Yes,
Yeah?
you can.
Do you have like a homeowners association?
Yeah.
Do you?
Why?
And they don't allow one goat.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
What about
They
like
do.
a couple
No,
of?
you
What
can.
about, like,
You can
a
have
couple
I don't
of
know. I do
chickens?
have a one of those.
HOA?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can have animals.
But it's one of those that you don't pay for.
Oh, so
It depends.
They don't
on
do
the-
shit, man. They don't. Yeah, they
so
don't do
they
anything.
Oh, so they probably don't give a shit.
Because we don't give a shit. Like we don't pay anything, so
So
If
goat, goat's not loud.
Yeah.
You can have a goat.
yeah.
And it'll mow your grass.
Can I buy a goat for you?
And then
No.
when it's mature, you
No,
eat
because
it.
I had to go when I was his age, and it didn't go well.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
don't let
Sus,
him.
they didn't buy that for you. They bought that for the
No.
party on the weekend.
No, my uncle gave it to me specifically to me, and they fucking killed it. So
And
no,
ate it?
he's not getting a goat. Because then I'll want to kill it.
Just don't let him get attached to it. Just be like, hey, it's
Then
gonna-
why?
You
Would I
just
get
got
him a
to
goat?
explain to him that it's meat, and
fair
that
enough.
he can be tight with it until it's time to eat. And
Yeah,
then
then he'll get another one.
I mean, you can
Do
go
you
butcher
raise
it
any
yourself.
animals?
What's that?
Do you raise any animals?
Ducks, dogs, and kids.
Duck, dogs, and kids. Do you eat ducks or no?
So my ducks,
What about kids?
they I
Wait,
don't eat
we're
children.
kidding there.
So my ducks, I have
John eats kids.
they're Pekin or Pekin. I don't know. I've only read the name. They're like the Aflac duck.
Peking, right?
Oh,
There's
there's
no
those you
G.
don't eat.
You can eat them. You can eat them for meat, or you can use them for eggs.
Oh,
So it can go both ways, right? So we got them for eggs.
I've never had duck eggs.
They're creamy.
good?
They're creamy.
They're good.
Yeah, they're great for baking too.
Really?
I don't bake, but they're great for baking.
But you're a stay-at-home dad. You should bake a lot.
So it makes everything like fluffier or what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
can you tell the difference? Like if you get besides
Absolutely.
the creaminess, like taste wise.
No.
Not really.
You've had duck eggs?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You?
No,
I've had geese eggs too.
he tenido patuano.
And we're actually looking into getting 2 geese.
Yeah, I've had geese eggs, duck eggs. The geese eggs are just big,
Yeah.
but they taste the same.
I heard ostrich eggs taste the same as well. This is fucking massive.
Oh, they're humongous.
yeah. The ostrich.
Can you one hand crack those bitches?
I don't think so, dude. I don't think you can pick one up with one hand.
No, they're not that.
Ostrich eggs? Yeah.
We'll look it up here in a second. So a duck egg is the yolk makes up about 42% of the whole egg, and that's why it's so creamy.
Oh, okay.
That's why they have that.
They got to
like-
be really bad
or
for
like-
cholesterol.
They'd be
So they do contain more fat, cholesterol, but they're also more protein than other eggs.
those would be good for
Mainly because
chiles
they're bigger.
rellenos. You know how they only use the yolk?
Oh yeah, there you go. Good thinking.
Thank you.
Of course, it was about food.
Yeah, you would know. Just 'cause
I
they're
don't like
chicken.
chile. I don't like chile rellenos.
No?
What?
Fuck no.
Oh, my
because
god!
yeah.
Hell no.
I've never had it. So.
Yeah, you're
Don't-
not,
you're not missing
a-
out, man.
You're not. Yeah, you are missing out.
You are.
Yeah, you're.
You're
very,
missing
you're
out.
very
Oh,
missing
Craig's
out.
stressing out like if he's at him that much.
John's
He's like,
the only food John likes is chicken.
Yeah.
That's why I was
And he's not
interested
even
in
a
duck.
chicken expert.
So you got kids, dogs, and ducks.
Ducks.
Yeah.
Why not chickens?
So
oh yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah,
Why
that's
not
a good
chicken?
question.
this
Good job.
there's a story behind that one. So,
I ate them.
No, so when I was looking into the whole bird raising category, I looked at a chicken and thought, that is an ugly damn bird. So I think ducks are prettier. So it started out with 2 ducks, and then this little shithead stuck my dog in with my ducks, and my dog tried to play with them a little too rough. So there went my 2 ducks.
oh,
And it was too late to buy them in stores, so I'd have to order them. And ordering ducks, if you don't order a certain amount, they charge you extra and all that. So I'll just wait. So then
There's a duck limit, like
Well, so-
minimum.
Ordering.
ordering them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't order like 10 of them, they'll freeze and they die.
Oh.
Right. And so in order to prevent that, they give you a little hot pad in there.
Oh, okay.
Right. And it's like $50 for the hot pad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, only does really in like in the fall, winter.
No.
So, so this, I think it started in February is when we started buying the ducks this year. And
Is that from what period? I was about to tell this, but from what period to what period can you order them?
you can actually order
You're not
them.
gonna order a duck.
You can order them all year round.
You're gonna order a duck, aren't you?
What's that?
You can order them all year round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's buying them in stores is a springtime thing.
Dude, we need to get on it now.
Like a cow ranch and
Yeah,
places like
so
that.
Cow Ranch actually just ended their sale.
What?
Yeah,
So they're not on sale, but they still have them.
no,
Oh,
no. So when you order them through a hatchery, right? And so then they stick the eggs in an incubator, and once they hatch, then they ship them out.
Wait, but at
Have
the
you guys ever thought of the idea of having a duck in the graphics department?
we can now.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Like have a pet.
I'll loan you guys one of my ducks anytime you want.
Really?
It might not make it
ooh,
back.
John will
John
probably
yeah.
kill it.
Well, then you guys can have Marsh.
He's Martian asshole.
Marsh is an asshole.
I was gonna say
Ducks can be fucking dicks.
the R word. A little slow.
Why did you try to like give us a hand signal for that?
I try to make an
Dude, there's an actual
You guys
hand
want a
signal
cock
for the letter
or
R.
a duck?
He looked like an R word.
a duck
just now.
probably.
Yeah.
Jesus. A rooster or a duck?
Oh, a duck.
Yeah, 'cause
Roosters are so badass.
I know, but
Yeah,
a duck, I
because-
can open the door
So you don't
and
like
let it fly
chickens? You
away.
don't think they're badass? Or?
Well, I just think they were ugly. And so,
They're like the T-Rex of.
if we're not
birds.
getting a fighting rooster, then no.
but see, like I got a
Those
buddy
are
of
pretty.
mine. He's got hundreds of birds.
Where are you from?
I'm from Shelley.
So you know a lot of Elizondos and all those guys?
No,
Oh no?
No.
Really? They're old school Shelly.
yeah, no. So,
Born they've had roosters and chickens for
yeah, no.
okay.
I've
'Cause
lived
he
out there
doesn't like
most of my
chickens.
life, but
You didn't
I
go to school
didn't
there?
associate with people. I did go to school there. Yeah,
Do you clip their wings?
I do. Yeah,
Is that's how they
You
don't
have
fly?
to, yeah.
that's how they don't
Which
fly.
which wings do you? How do you do that?
So I take
Like which feathers do you clip?
after I catch them, which that's a fun process in and of itself.
Can you describe it to us in visual detail, please?
Yeah, so I'm running around my skinny little backyard, which is about 10 feet by 30 feet or 30 yards.
That's a perfect picture. Okay.
Right. I'm running around, going around the trampoline, around the kids' playhouse, around the dog kennel, just chasing them all over the place. When I finally corner one and I grab it, then I get smacked in the face about 40 times by the feathers.
At any point, do you do this
No.
as you're running?
No, I run around hunched over, like, come here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fair
So
enough.
you don't like trick them into coming close by like feeding them or anything?
No,
Does
so they don't
work?
do that for me. They do that for my wife. So
Okay.
she'll go out there with a handful of mealworms, and they just come right to her. And I got to chase them all over.
Can't you just
Okay.
get your wife to go get them then?
Well, so it takes one of us to hold and one of us to clip,
Oh, okay.
right? So after I get smacked in the face by the wings, then I finally get the wings under my thumb, spread one out, and you only have to cut like the tip of the 5 feathers on the very tip of the wing. Then they can't get enough air to fly.
So
Oh, that's
do
all
you,
it is?
Yeah.
Do you have to do that multiple times?
Yeah, I have to
like
do it about once
those
a
will
month.
those feathers kind of like
Yeah, about
do they
once a month.
shed
For
those
some
feathers
reason-
and then regrow them?
Yeah.
For some reason, I always thought like they clipped an area that was closed, so they couldn't do.
Oh, like cut the tendon or something?
Yeah, is that dumb of me to think that, or
No,
is
'cause
that like?
before I had birds, I thought they actually chopped the tip of the wing off.
Oh, you just cut it like a nub. They're
Yeah.
just like amputating the.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they couldn't
No,
grow the
I always thought there was like a tendon that they'd cut so that they couldn't flap or something.
I've always just wondered.
Yeah,
but
we just cut the tips of the feathers off.
I didn't know you fucked up with their aerodynamics.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
I take it you don't duck hunt either.
I'm an old school duck hunter.
no, he's never done that.
Mario.
I can tell you that.
So when you're duck hunting and you wing a bird, they'll fall, but they're still alive, right?
Is there a dog that goes?
No.
No,
Nah. So
Can you do that one more time?
that's
I'm not doing that.
this last season I winged a couple, and that's where I was like, oh, hey, if I just take off the tip of the wing, they can't fly. They can still swim really good though.
Wait, so you discovered this? Like,
Oh, so there may be a different way to do it. That's just how you do it.
Oh no! Once I looked it up, that's
Oh,
what I was
that
told.
is how it's done.
so
Okay.
you discovered the way that it was. That's
Yeah.
that's badass.
You
though.
naturally figured out how to clip their wings
Yeah.
without using Google.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Are you?
Because I would have gone to Google.
Have
right
you told
away.
that story on your podcast?
No, I tried
You should.
I
You
tried
should
to
tell
keep my
that story
faith.
on your next one.
So can we have the duck or not?
I'll talk to my wife about bringing Marsh over here.
Fucking
Imagine in the
No,
morning.
that's a good
we have-
story.
We have some eggs and we have that toaster oven. Just crack one into one of those molds and put it inside the toaster oven. Let it sit there.
Marsh won't start laying eggs until September.
Motherfucker.
Okay,
Never
so
mind,
bring
we
her.
What
around
about
August-
geese? Have you ever
end of
thought about
August.
doing geese?
Yeah, so we're actually going to get 2 geese.
80
Geese are
bucks.
fucking dicks.
Yeah,
a
that's
duck?
why we're getting them.
Really?
Yeah, they're flock protectors.
The flock protector.
That's
yeah.
what they do. Right?
So we need a geese.
Can we
So
get
like
an
if a
eagle?
coyote
I
shows
was
up
looking
with
at that
a,
at
with a
geese,
goose,
and
like
you can order flock
Oh,
protectors.
they'll fuck them up.
yeah.
Like what he just said. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's perfect because during the week we can have them here, and then when you go home on your farm, we can just.
I'm not taking care of them.
Why? It's going to be on your farm. You don't have to.
You don't have to really do
Well,
much.
John, we're gonna
I don't
fire
have a
you
farm.
from this, and then you can go take care
It's
of
gonna
them
be
on the
like
farm.
2-3 years before we do anything over there.
Look, you get him one weekend and then you get him the other weekend.
I
too.
like how you like to put it on me. He's like,
Of course.
No, you take it home.
He's not gonna do anything for
No,
himself.
I don't.
It's a duck.
We can have pets.
You know what?
Jesus, though.
No, I already have a kid. We need a duck for him so he can learn how to protect something, so that when he has a kid,
Oh.
he's good.
He's gonna fail.
And Sue's the only thing he's gonna come back and say, "Well, I had it there and it just didn't come back."
Yeah.
The good thing about ducks, though, is they're more resilient than chickens.
Oh, so we can leave them here?
Yeah,
No.
I don't know about that. They stink.
Yeah, they'll stink you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I
Really?
thought of that.
But another good part about ducks is they eat a ton of bugs, right? So I haven't had wasps in my house for the last 2 years.
Oh, nice.
We have a pond that's empty.
Yeah.
It's dry.
What if we turn that carport into a
A duck.
cake? Yeah.
A duck run?
Is that what they're called?
Duck run? That's what I call it.
Oh shit.
Call it a quack shack if you want.
Are there any other discoveries that you've made? 'Cause that was
Discoveries?
pretty interesting. Yeah.
I mean,
Stop changing the thing on the duck, man. We're trying to get ducks over here.
No, because you're not
You're-
going to take
you're
care of
trying
them.
to get
I
Leo
seriously
to
thought
get
that
ducks
you
over
would.
here.
I would, and I would.
I can't take it home. If not, I would be all down. Imagine the fucker.
But I love how I try to put it on me.
Of course.
Like, you take. I'm like, no.
No, I ain't touching that fucking duck.
Anyway, so an ostrich egg weighs
Craig.
3 pounds,
Craig,
6 inches
the duck, bro.
by 5 inches.
a what?
Damn.
an
Ostrich eggs.
Hey, Craig.
They weigh up to 3 pounds.
6 inches?
Yeah, 6 inches by
Are
5
you gonna
inches.
remember that, or is
I
it
told you,
going
you
for
can't
the
carry it
useless
with one hand.
information?
Yeah, you can. It's 6 inches.
Yeah, but the force that you're going to put to pick it up for 3 pounds.
I understand what you don't
You
know.
can't
What 6
palm a
inches is.
basketball.
Yeah, but it's fragile. It's not hard like a basketball.
It is hard until you crack it.
Yeah.
That's
And
how eggs work.
Will you, if we get this duck, can you take it home on the weekends?
No.
You have a big yard. You want to have animals?
There's a lot of things I want to do in that yard, and none of them involve taking
Ducks?
care of your fucking duck.
ducks dig
Ow.
holes, too.
What the fuck? Stop,
Oh, yeah?
Stop giving them
Ducks
bad
what?
idea.
Ducks dig holes.
Oh, really?
So when the ground's wet, they dig looking for bugs.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Right?
You won't have any bugs in your garden.
You need bugs in your garden.
Yeah, I wouldn't let them near your garden because they'll also eat your vegetables.
I want the vegetables.
Yeah, dude. Like,
That's the point
if
of
you
the garden.
if you make a massive
You're not really
salad,
selling
just
us on
give it
this
Yeah,
duck
we're trying
idea.
to get marsh over here.
to- Yeah, I'll
No,
bring-
you just put the ducks in a different part of your yard.
We can open it on Instagram, Tops Marsh.
Dude, we could. That might do. Yeah, that might do pretty good.
Yeah.
People are into that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could put a collar on it and everything.
Actually, don't
Can
put
we?
the collar
Can we
on.
put a?
Oh, shit.
fuck.
I had
Dude,
collars
you're
on my
really not
ducks,
selling
and
us
they
on
got
this
that
duck
beak
idea.
stuck in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Imagine the fuckers.
Walking around.
Poor thing starving to death.
Oh, no.
Slowly.
Since I'm at home all the time, I look out the window and I see 2 of my ducks.
Can you train them?
To do what?
Tricks?
I suppose you could. I don't know.
I have a cousin that
You've
has
never
a pet chicken.
No, I never tried to train my ducks. I want them to learn how to lay eggs, and then
You got to
that's
teach
that.
them.
No, they do it, but
Be like,
You just squat
Yeah.
and push.
like this.
How
Duck.
many ducks do you plan on having, realistically?
What's the-
so I plan on 8 ducks, 2 geese.
damn,
it?
that's like a good plan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
That
not saying
seems
that,
manageable.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh,
I mean, like he thought it out.
yeah.
Like it's he's got an exact number, which means that he sat down one day and said, you know what, 7 is
My
maybe not
yard can
enough.
support this.
9 is too much. 8.
Yeah, and it also came into like, hey, that's 10 birds, so that's enough eggs for breakfast.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So 1 per day.
Do you ever end up with a surplus of eggs?
No.
No, they don't. How often do they lay eggs?
So they can lay eggs daily. Sometimes they'll skip a day.
Okay.
So mine haven't quite started to lay eggs because I just got them in February. They'll start
Gotcha.
laying in September.
Do you have to have? Does one of the ducks have to be a male?
No.
They don't. So they don't need like a rooster nearby to
No.
lay eggs.
Nope, they'll lay eggs.
Okay.
Chickens do that too, right?
Yep. Chickens will lay without the rooster.
Without a rooster. Oh, really? I thought that's why most people had like one rooster with whatever chickens.
No.
Sometimes when you buy the birds, because chickens specifically, they'll try and sex them for you, so you know what gender you're getting. It's not 100%.
They'll try to what? Sex them?
Yeah, gender reveal for your chicken.
Yeah, they don't try to like
non-binary
have sex
chicken.
with them.
I
They
know
just,
that's what I'm
they
like.
just try to
Sex them.
identify the sex.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to send them nudes through text. Huh? Sex.
What if we send John? Can they try to sex him?
So if there's a chicken with like purple hair, then you're probably not don't know what it is. You're probably not gonna keep
Yeah, you don't want to assume necessarily. You know what I mean?
So you
It's
have
like-
all females? You didn't get a male?
So that's the crazy part, right? So ducks are even harder to get their gender.
The sex?
Really?
Yeah.
Don't they have like a giant wiener?
No.
Really?
Ducks?
It's tucked up inside.
Yeah, but it's like fucking.
You tickle his neck and it.
It's long.
You gotta like peel
That's
the
what I've
feathers
heard.
apart.
You have you seen a lot of duck dicks in
No,
your time?
but it's they're known for that. They're known for
Really?
dragging their wiener on
I've
the
never
on the
heard
floor.
that ever.
I've
Look it up.
never heard of that.
They're also
I'm not looking that up.
Look
you
it
look
up.
it up.
You'll be
You
fine.
look it up.
You looked up
Just put up
weirder
what are
shit.
ducks
Yeah,
known for?
I know. That's why it's your turn.
What are ducks
that.
known for?
What are ducks known for?
What are ducks known for? Being assholes and
Quacking,
dragging their wiener
quacking
on the.
and getting shot.
actually ducks are known for having a corkscrew dick.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah. And
He's
it's,
literally
are
drilling the
ducks?
other duck.
and they're fucking long as shit.
So
He's
female
literally
ducks
drilling.
female ducks actually would get like
That was a good one, John.
What are
manhandled.
ducks known
So they
for?
developed a maze-like
Yeah,
genitalia. So then the male ducks are like, I gotta fix that. So they made a corkscrew.
yeah. And
Okay,
it's
here
long
we
as
go.
fuck.
16 fun trivia facts about ducks.
I bet 15 of those are boring as fuck, and then
None
the
of
other
them, I
one's
bet none of
probably
them have
average.
to do with dicks.
No,
Okay.
I bet you 2 of them have to do with that, because one is that they're long and 2 that they're corkscrews.
How much are you betting to take care of the duck?
I'm not. That's
Did they
your
warn
fucking
you
duck.
about their language before you came?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he told his followers
I told my
Watch
followers
their
about it.
language.
that
It's because
we
like
swear.
I try not to swear on my podcast.
Oh, so you come swear here?
Well, yeah. But what the fuck? My grandma listens to my podcast.
Well, that was misleading.
I want your grandma to listen to
They're
ours.
about to listen to this one too.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, though, is I'd have to go and show her how to get on there.
Oh, you got a different one?
It doesn't.
Yeah, but I'm
it's
sure
not-
more people know how
Well,
to show
ma'am, if you are listening to this, we apologize on his behalf.
Sorry,
it.
grandma.
On behalf of Jesus, we're sorry.
Maybe those.
Ma'am,
It's just
those-
listing. It's just listing different types of ducks.
Depends
It's not
who you
listing
ask.
the 16 fun trivia things about them.
Oh,
Dude,
you
you're
That's a- I think that's a broken link.
your researching ways are outdated and they're horrible.
Maybe you just
Then
need to go
Why
to the
don't you
hub.
do it?
Because I like letting you do it.
He let you know.
I like you
You
researching.
No,
lady.
no,
stuff.
no, no. Now it's your turn.
I don't want to do it.
No, just-
Jeez.
Look it up. What are ducks known for, Jesus?
What are ducks known for, John?
They're known for their corkscrew dick.
Let's
According
look
to
it
you.
up.
You try to pass it on to me.
Yeah.
He passed it on to you.
Let's see.
Craig, is it?
It's
Craig,
because he doesn't want to get fact checked later.
who, me?
What are ducks
Are you asking Einstein?
known for? No,
Then why'd
sort
you-
of. Dude, this thing's like
I never
weird.
thought about it. Will you bring us eggs when you have a lot of ducks?
Yeah, I'll bring you guys some eggs. So
No, because you're gonna have your own duck.
yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't die by then.
Like if I had a house, I'd be more than happy to take. care
No,
of it.
you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You
I
can
promise.
put it in your. And you're
So-
not. Nobody's gonna even notice.
So I don't know what it is, but I think they're grouse. No, they look kind of like ducks, but they're like
Probably
spotty.
pheasants.
No, they had long necks, and my dad brought them from the farm when I was a young kid.
Here we go.
Like, hold on, let me tell my story.
I got like a million
So I
facts
don't,
now.
I don't know what they are like, but they walked like a duck, but they were like
They walk like a duck. They quack like a duck.
no, they weren't.
They were probably ducks.
They weren't ducks. They weren't ducks. They looked like a mini ostrich, like little ones. But I don't know what the.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
They literally have like a beak, and they look like ostrich or emus. But they're really-
Most birds have beaks.
well, no shit. But and he brought me 3 of them, and he put them in like a little corner of the trailer we lived in. And then the next morning, I went out, and they were fucking gone. Something.
So
ate
my
'em.
research way sucks
Nothing
too.
about.
I'll tell you why.
Nothing about that explanation.
So that's why I would be down to have them because I got fucking robbed from my childhood.
you just need an Indian runner duck because they don't fly.
The way he described
Well,
that
I think a
was
cat
not
fucking
descriptive
just
at all.
annihilated them.
I knew what he's talking about.
So
Yeah.
this is
This
what I
what that
found out.
miniature ostrich is.
This is
Yeah.
what I found out, and why my way of researching also sucks. So they have waterproof feathers, short necks, large bills, rearward legs that make them waddle. That's why they walk weird because their legs are pointed, I guess, the other way or something. They are omnivorous and eat various plants and animals near water. They are very social and live in groups with strong family bonds. Some ducks have been domesticated by humans for their feathers, eggs, and meat. And wild mallard is the ancestor of all domestic ducks. Ducks are also known for their unique neck and beak. Their necks are generally short and thick and curved that allows them to easily dip their head underwater, search for food. Ducks also have a distinctive beak that is flat and broad. And so then I asked it, what about their genitalia? Is it long? And it said, I'm sorry, but I prefer not to continue the conversation. I'm still learning, so I appreciate your understanding and patience.
So your AI doesn't want to tell you about dicks.
So how do you know what duck is what duck? Do they look the same, the ones you have, or are they pretty distinct?
My wife's really good at telling. For me, I can tell a few of them apart. So I got Pat and Marsh, Patricia and Marcia, and they're the biggest ones out of all of them. So they're real easy to figure out. And then they also kind of had a
You have how many?
7.
Holy shit! I thought 2.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I had 2 and then they died.
Oh, that's why. That's
Yeah.
right.
He's gonna do 8 ducks and 2 geese.
Yeah, that's
So is
the
this
a
like
partridge
is this
and
like the
partridge.
Brady Bunch?
well,
Is that where those names are coming from?
no.
or
So I tried to pick unisex names because I didn't know what they were. So
Oh,
it was
yeah,
Pat and
Pat.
Marsh.
I got you. Okay.
And then I had Don because it could be Donna or Donald, and then we had Spot because why not? And then we
Does it
ordered-
have a spot on it?
No, they're all white ducks.
Of course.
No, but
fucking this was
Spot is the biggest asshole out of all of them. If any other bird comes in our yard, Spot's on it.
Like the pit bull of the pack.
Oh man,
I like that.
We had a robin fly
That's a
in our
good one,
yard,
John.
and Spot went to try to attack the robin.
I got a BB gun that does that on my yard.
Well, I got a duck, so I don't have to be outside. I'm a pasty white boy, so I don't go outside very much. But
Then why do you wear camo?
why do I wear camo? No, it's just long sleeve.
If you don't go outside much. Oh, fair
Long
enough.
sleeve. Yeah.
What are the dumbest camo jokes you've ever heard?
I can only see his head.
Pretty much.
John's favorite.
I say that to everybody. I say that to everybody. It's like, holy shit, can only see the head.
because he's too close to see anything else. Not because of the camo.
Sorry, John.
John made
See this? You bomb
I
him.
didn't mean
He
it
bombs
that
him.
way.
I say
didn't
one
mean-
thing and he's mad.
I didn't mean it that way.
But yours was brutal, man.
Yeah, yours was rude.
Yeah, yours was very rude. What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Fuck you guys.
Asshole.
That's messed up. Anyway, any bad camo jokes?
Yeah, so there's one where this duck hunter was out, and when you're duck hunting, you wear waders, so you get wet from the chest down, basically. This duck hunter pulled his waders off and set them up, and they froze. And they were camouflage waders. He goes, I don't give a shit about the camo on the waders. I want the camo for the rest of him, because you couldn't see him. It's just the waders.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty
That
rough,
was pretty
man.
bad.
That's the dumbest camo joke.
Have you heard a good one?
No.
Okay.
I see a lot of stupid-looking camo. They're pretty funny.
Why don't you look it up, Jesus? Let's see if there's some good camo jokes.
Okay. In the meantime, tell us like what do you look for in camo? Like what are you supposed to look for? Is it depending on the area?
What you're supposed to look for in camouflage is you kind of want to blend into your surroundings, right? So color patterns matter to some people. Other people are like, the animals are colorblind. It don't matter. So
I know a person.
I can't see him right now.
so like my wife, she's one of those people where she doesn't like these abstract designs on it. She wants the actual image. So all of her camouflage is sagebrush.
Okay.
Like
Right.
a real tree type
yeah,
stuff.
real
and-
like
Wasn't
that
there
kind
a company that was trying to patent like that style where it's like photorealistic?
Yeah, and it's hella expensive. And I like to buy the stuff that has the red clearance tag on it. So, I mean, to me, as long as it breaks up my pattern, I'm golden. But it all kind of depends on what you're really into.
I found one that's actually
Have
pretty
you
good.
have you found have you found
It's stupid, but
like what animals require better camo? So like if you're hunting this or that, you're gonna need better camo.
So
I know one.
the animals that really require a lot of camouflage are the ones that have really good eyesight from far away. So when you're talking like goats or antelope, coyotes. Well, I actually have a story where I was actually in this shirt and jeans with my face painted. I had a coyote right next to me, but it came from behind.
But you were sitting down.
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
That's why I didn't see the jeans. If not, it catches you like that.
As soon as I moved, it took off.
Oh yeah.
Gone. But
I've done a little bit of hunting, and those son of a bitches will catch you from miles away.
yeah. So the animals that rely on far away eyesight a lot, they require some decent camo. I hear a lot of guys. It's like, well, if you're hunting elk in the woods, you need to be looking like the woods, and I'm out there usually with the flannel shirt on, and occasionally I'll paint my face. You know, if I'm archery hunting, I paint my
Usually
face.
I'm smoking a cigar, drinking.
Are they
a cup of coffee, and
colorblind?
sitting
Or
in the rain.
where they only see black and white?
That's my understanding.
No wonder you guys don't get anything.
Bullshit! Didn't you see me?
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
I don't know if it's black and white so much as like there's just certain spectrum they don't see. That's why hunter orange exists.
Yeah.
But some animals do see the orange. It depends on their.
And that's
what they
another
can
one
and
that
can't
gets
see.
me is most of these orange vests are just, flaming orange. There's nothing on them.
There's no pattern on
There's
them.
no pattern on them, right? So it's just a big block, which defeats the purpose of camouflage. So on my orange,
You get the orange that has patterns in it still.
I make my pattern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll either spray paint it or I'll use grease or something, and I smear it on there, or I even use mud, something to break up that pattern. I've been hunting before where I was in like no camouflage, sitting down, and I've had deer come up and lick my bow.
And see, I've always thought of that too. Like, why use orange? But every time we go hunting, you got that dumb hunter that just sees a movement and shoots. Mm-hmm. And so you're
There's
scared.
people that do that?
Oh,
There are some people that do that.
there's
yes.
at least 1 or 2 hunters a year that get killed because somebody thought he was an animal.
Yeah,
The other thing that people will do is if they don't see orange, sometimes they'll spot with the scope on their rifle,
On the rifle.
not binoculars.
Oh.
And if they see orange, then they know at least not to fucking point their gun that way. At least if they're somewhat smart.
Yeah.
So I agree. The camo that has pattern in it is the best one to be out with.
Yeah.
It's the best one because I would never say, try not to use it, bullshit. Because there's new hunters, like especially new kids that been hunting 1 or 2 years with their dad, and now their dad's letting them go off. You go this way, I go this way. Well, they're trigger happy, and they see movement because they can shoot buck or doe, and they see movement and they're just like, and that could be
Yeah.
the last
Yeah,
time.
so the orange is as much for other people as it is for the.
I
It's more
recommend-
for other people.
Because a lot of
really.
parents say, if it's orange, don't shoot, because that means it's a hunter. So if you don't have camo and you see movement,
Yeah. I recommend an orange hat too,
yeah,
because your head's usually the highest point on your body.
Yep.
So
Yep.
orange hat. And then also whenever I haul out an animal, I strap an orange vest to it.
Wearing
Oh,
a
nice.
giant road cone.
So if you're like dragging something, you got a vest on it.
Yeah. So I'll put an orange vest on whatever I'm hauling out, and then I use.
because some
an
people,
orange
what they
strap.
do, they'll throw them over their back, and you're walking through brush and you see this thing,
And it's
Yeah.
covering your orange.
It's covering your orange.
Oh.
Yep.
that
so,
way.
So I put an orange
That's
vest
smart.
on it because I use a pack
Because
frame.
not really dragging it through the things, not really that, because you're the high point.
Yeah.
But when people throw it on their back,
But if you've cut it, if you've like quartered it, or if it's small enough to carry, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So strap an orange vest to it, and I tie it to my pack frame with orange strap. So
Yeah, that's smart.
yeah. And at that point, I don't care if I'm seeing. I've already got
Yeah.
my animal. So
Yeah.
so where do you go hunting?
Yeah. Let's just pull up the. Let me just pull up
your
my
Onyx.
Onyx map here real quick.
Do you go hunting every year? Is that like a mandatory thing you have to do, or not really? Or?
So I have been hunting every year but one since I've turned 10 years old. And the 1 year I didn't go hunting, I was in college.
Oh, see, it's cool.
So I moved to the other side of the state, and up until that point, I'd always hunted with my dad. And so since I was on the other side of the state, I was like, we're just gonna give it a break this year, focus on school, and then I'll
be a
take-
stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. Well, and I went to school to be a diesel mechanic, and so I was a diesel mechanic for a few years, and then stay-at-home dad thing worked out because I also manage a storage unit facility from
nice.
home.
Nice.
So,
So you do work.
a little bit. I have a job, but
It's pretty.
it allows me to stay home with the
So
kids.
that diesel mechanic, that's like, they need a lot of people right now.
They do. You're right.
Right now, it's a man, like everywhere you see, you're looking through jobs and diesel mechanic like pops up everywhere.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with the way that everything's changing.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with the times. And then there was also a big bubble of mechanics that
Yeah,
came in.
you're right.
And then with the tech bubble, that burst and everyone went to computers. And so fewer people working with their hands. But now all the machines run on computers. So you need somebody who's going to work with their hands and with a computer.
Correct. Yeah. True.
Do you ever plan on going back and not being a stay-at-home dad?
Probably not to mechanicking. I got hurt pretty good a couple times, and so I called it quits. I got a concussion, and that's messed me up pretty good. So I have some memory issues, and occasionally I'll have a seizure. So, and then after that, I busted my shoulder like 10 days after I got married, and so I was.
You get shoulder surgery?
I did, yeah, and because it was work comp,
hard
I was
to
out
say.
for almost a year.
How much?
Almost a year. Yeah. So I was
Sorry.
out for a while.
Damn. I get a shoulder surgery on the
Thursday,
God damn,
right?
why am I having such?
No, that's a hard. That's shoulder
Shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
Shoulder
But
surgery?
I get surgery on
Shoulder
on
surgery.
Thursday.
Yeah, but see, I got hurt in August, and because of the work comp, I didn't get to have surgery until November.
Fuck.
And then
He's been worse.
because
Almost a year.
Yeah. well,
Nah. 2 months, maybe 3 months since you got hurt.
Yeah, but he's been complaining about his shoulder for a long time.
but they wouldn't let me
Her
go.
her has been like 2 solid months.
They wouldn't let me go back until I was 100%, and so I just had to keep doing physical therapy.
Which one was it?
This one.
But you're good to move.
Oh yeah,
on?
I'm good. Yeah, after it was all said and done, my doctor gave me a 4% disability on it.
Oh, well, you're like, I'll take that.
Yeah,
Fuck, John has a 4% disability on that.
On
At
everything.
least.
I was gonna say
Like
that's
That's a good.
conservative.
That's a good.
I just
Like
can't
an
wait until you
8%.
guys get older. I can make fun of you guys.
you do that already. It's
Yeah, and it's freaking nice. But in
Freaking nice.
I'm the youngest one of the half the building. 80% of the building.
So
Actually.
do you want to hear a good camo
yeah,
joke?
Camo joke.
I thought this one was all right. It's not like the best one, but it's just because I like this type of
I swear. If it's,
To the man in the wheelchair that stole my camo jacket, you can hide, but you can't run because he's fucking disabled. Sorry.
That's so fucked.
He wants to
That
laugh.
definitely is your kind of joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Jesus is more into the dark humor.
That's a fucked up joke.
Dark humor.
The rest of
and-
them were what you expect. The rest of them were lame as fuck.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of jokes you can make
Yeah.
about camouflage.
Let's see.
What, John?
It reminds me of Chad right now, how you said that. Who? Can you say that one more time?
There's not a whole lot of jokes you can make about camouflage.
He's said a lot
Yeah.
more words than Chad has said this
no,
year,
but
just
the
in
way
the
that
last
helps Chad,
hour.
you kind of have the, do you know Chad?
no,
The, yep, guy?
no.
Oh, you don't follow.
Chad's one of our guys here.
Yeah, but when you get him to
He has
say,
a tongue.
John is jealous with Chad because he's my best friend.
no, he's full of shit. But when you get him to talk, he kind of sounds like you. A little bit. No, I'm not saying, oh my God.
You're saying his
Chad.
voice sounds the same.
Yes.
Okay.
See, that's
You could have just said that.
I was trying to get there, but you were like, ooh.
I mean, if you had just said that to begin with, we
Well, I
wouldn't have
tried,
had to go
okay?
through all of
I'm
this.
trying to think in Spanish and say in English. I'm working on it.
So that was the funny thing. When I started my podcast, I hate the sound of my voice because I think I sound like a deaf person with a piece of food stuck in their throat.
That's
So-
how I sound too.
Fuck. That's like a good
Description.
description. Yeah.
So that's how I think I sound. So I was like,
Yeah, I guess it's always weird. Even with me, like when I started getting behind camera, I hate seeing myself. Like it always bugged me.
oh no, I'm a handsome son of a bitch, so I don't mind being on the camera.
No, don't get me wrong.
Cálmate, Brad Pitt. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Do you know Spanish? You need to brush up on your
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spanish.
so I know enough Spanish that got me by while I was in Peru.
No, that's badass.
Oh, you went on a mission in Peru?
I did a medical mission in Peru.
Oh, nice.
And so I know how to say una pastilla dos
What
veces
year?
al día. 2011.
Oh, so you're pretty fresh.
Didn't
That's 12
what's her
years
name?
ago.
She used to go to Grupo. She went on a mission to Peru around that time.
Angelica?
No,
Was
no,
it?
no. She just what's her name?
Did you go to with the Hispanic
It
lady?
wasn't
on your
Angelica
mission?
Buenrostro?
I went there on with the Idaho Condors out of ISU.
No. Yeah, it's what was her name?
Think, Jesus, think.
Does it start with the B?
Why would you know?
No, like
You went to Grupo too, Leo?
no, because he did. She's a good friend of your wife.
Oh shit!
Craig's now
Probably your
ashamed of-
wife, the one that invited her.
Think, Craig, think.
Ah, damn it.
It'll come to you.
She's Hispanic.
Yeah, she's Hispanic.
You
Any
know any
Hispanics go?
Hispanic?
I was there with 80 people, so
Oh, so yes, she probably went with you
but
well.
so I only learned a couple of
because it was
phrases.
around that year, 2011. I'll look her up.
All right. So I learned another phrase while I was it's kind of a good phrase to learn. I'm going to butcher it because but it's lo siento, no hablo español. Mierda la cama, donde está el baño?
So you
That'll get you by.
insulted.
Did you just say that you?
I shit the bed. I need the bathroom.
Okay.
Where's the bathroom?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I didn't actually.
But see,
I'm trying to do some research right now.
I got C. diff and Campbell-Backer while I was
what's her
down
name?
there, so it was a good phrase to know. But when they told me where the bathroom was, I didn't know where they were telling me to go.
They didn't.
You didn't know the answer.
It don't matter if you know Spanish or not. Directions in Spanish are rarely good.
What? And then there was this dude named Buff.
Dude, when I was in Mexico, nobody could give directions worth a shit.
That is true.
There was a dude
Mira,
named Buff.
se va por ahí y le da hasta que vea. Huh?
Yeah,
That sounded like-
they'll explain some random tree
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like
Well, see, in Peru,
looks
it's pretty
like all the
normal.
other trees, and it's like then you turn. It's just a few blocks. Like how many blocks? I don't know. It's a few. It's just like that way.
Or they relate it to someone's.
Yeah.
Margarita le das a la derecha. How the fuck am I supposed to know who
Well,
Yeah, la
there was
amiga
a
de mi
dude-
tía vive ahí. Yeah.
One dude down there, he talked with his hands in the pockets the whole time. I'm trying to ask him where to go, and he's just rambling off. I don't know what the hell you're saying, dude. I had to go grab a translator. Turns out he was speaking Quechua, so the Spanish translator didn't mean anything.
That was that could be.
Hey, but the Coke was good though.
Which
Cocaine? Fuck.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, damn. okay, we're getting into this.
No, they were $3 for $1. Well, 3 for a Sole. So it's like
Okay.
33 cents to a Sole. So it was like 9 for $1.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We need to go to Peru.
He's talking about Coca-Cola, John.
I know. I got
Yeah.
the reference.
Okay, just making sure.
It's all right though. One of their biggest crops there is coca, which you use for cocaine. So.
So
Did you ever?
cents on the dollar.
What do they use it there for other things?
Coca?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really good to get adjusted to the altitude.
Yeah, you shove your cheek and then the numb.
I'm asking him.
Shut up, John.
Yeah, let him
just
Have
answer.
you been to Peru?
Yes. Well, that's how I know it. So the miners use it too.
When did you go to Peru?
None of your business.
Okay then.
He's never been.
So you grab a big old glob of the coca leaf and you chew it up and stick it in
Yeah.
your lip. Big old chaw of that, and
Just straight off the plant.
I bought it in a store.
I don't know why people like sort of cut them,
I don't know. But that's actually why.
scrape them, and then little milk comes off of them. And then...
That's amapola.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that's heroin. Leo.
No, that's cocaine.
But that's actually how
Amapola?
Coca-Cola got
That's
to
heroin.
be
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's because he was trying to get off of a different drug and developed Coca-Cola.
Her.
Nah, don't look familiar.
No,
Nah.
What's her name?
I'm not gonna say it on the thing. But I'll tell you afterwards.
But yeah, no, she doesn't look familiar. But like I said, I was there with like 80 other people, and there was 2 groups, and each of those groups split off into other groups. And so I worked in the pharmacy, so I handed out a ton of ibuprofen.
Did you guys accomplish your mission, or
So the idea was just to go to village and provide medical care, because it's really difficult to get when you're a 3-day walk into town. So we went over there, and I do have a good story though. There was a lady there that she didn't have any legs. Her name was Nadia.
Fuck.
why'd you guys laugh?
I'm sorry.
So
Did she steal a camo shirt?
no, no. So she didn't have any legs, but she
I'm sorry.
Fuck.
she fell out of her bed and busted her shoulder up, and so these learning abroad students from like Utah were there, and they're like,
Keep
What?
looking at him, and he looks at me and makes me feel like an asshole. Okay, I'm sorry.
anyway, so these kids from Utah are like, hey, medical, how much is this? I was like, it's free. Like, well, can you give me a hand? The lady down here doesn't have any legs. She busted her shoulder. She fell out of bed. I was like, sure. So I hauled this lady up and pushed her wheelchair, which was one of those plastic lawn chairs with bicycle wheels on it,
Damn, that's sad.
Nice.
right? And so I got her up this hill, which there was no road to her house. You had to like hike down this goat trail. Once we got her up there, we got her put in, and they gave her morphine, which to somebody who's never even had ibuprofen, giving them
Oh,
morphine.
that'll fuck you up.
Jeez.
They could have gave them ibuprofen, huh?
Well, so they don't have ibuprofen.
So
right?
you
Well,
get them,
that's what I'm saying. But like,
so you get them dependent on drugs and then you leave.
yeah.
That's fucked up.
Well, you know,
That is messed up.
I mean, if you only get one
you're
dose
saying
of
that-
morphine, that's not as
And you guys are saying that me laughing is fucked up.
So like,
It's not so much a mission, huh?
the best part was like the lady giving her morphine didn't speak Spanish, so she's like, "Open your mouth, open your mouth." So she opens her mouth and they squirt morphine into her mouth, and she just spits it right out because it tastes like shit. And so then like, you need this, and so then we had to bring a translator over, tell her like, you need to take the morphine. She's, I don't want it. And then they just massaged her shoulder, and then I had to carry her high ass back down to her house.
They couldn't
What
have
part
just
of
walked over.
what part of Peru?
So I spent most of my time around Cusco.
Cusco.
It's that person. I'm pretty sure.
You think so?
Yeah,
They maybe just didn't
every-
go at the same time
because it's the same year. Do they do various missions per
per year.
year?
So they kind of branched out around. Shortly after I went, they started doing other missions here and there, is what I've been told. I've never been back. So it's not cheap.
In
But you do
Cusco is
that.
the
So those missions, those medical missions, do you do those? Sorry, dude. Do you do those like voluntary? Do you do them through church? Do you do them through?
So this one was through
Remember that?
ISU.
Oh, through school. pretty
Yeah,
much.
but I was still in high school when I went. My brother-in-law, who is now a doctor, was doing his pre-med. And so it looks really good when you do these medical missions. And so he's telling me about it. I was like, well, that sounds like fun. Yeah, I'll do it. And so I spent everything I had to go.
Or you pay for your own.
Yeah,
trip.
you pay for it.
That's pretty cool.
You can get donations. And so I went to all the doctor's offices around town and handed out donation forms. But you got some high school kid saying, I want to go to Peru. This is where you can donate money. I mean, this sounds pretty sketchy, so
Yeah.
I tried. But yeah. And then also,
what's the elevation like in Cusco? Is it pretty high there or no?
so Cusco, I mean, it was fairly high. I don't know the exact elevation, but it was when I was starting to go to some of the villages in the outlying area. The way that it was described to me was we're about the same elevation as the Grand Teton.
God
Just in the villages themselves.
Like, yeah, where we're at these villages. And these kids are up there playing soccer,
yeah.
right? And I'm like, I can't walk from the bus to the first house, and I'm out of breath. And they're up there playing soccer, and their soccer fields were awesome, too, because they were on a hill. So the ball just constantly rolled out of bounds.
Fuck.
So they literally would just play sideways.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then there was they got a mascot. It's called Polito. It's kind of like Smokey the Bear.
Bolito.
Yeah, it's kind of like Smokey the Bear, but instead of for firefight or for wildfires, it's for drugs.
Like
What the fuck?
like positive, like drug positive,
don't
or
do
like
drugs.
don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Okay.
It's kind of like don't start a wildfire, don't do drugs.
Does Polito have a beard?
Polito wore a helmet the whole time.
Oh,
No, that's
no.
John
That's a
there.
different one.
So what do they do? Do they do things up there like to help with the elevation?
They gave me coca.
Yeah, that's what they do, and then you put it under your
Yeah.
tongue, isn't it?
Yeah, you stick it in your lip.
In your lip.
You just kind of chew on it.
Yeah.
In Colombia, they make it into a powder. Did you ever see it? No. I mean, guys, that's not what I meant.
Pablo
That's not what I meant.
Talking about.
I think I saw somebody doing some of that behind one of the markets.
That's not what I meant.
And they give it
What
to
I
you in a nice
meant-
little packet that's like that. No?
No, it's
A little
not.
baggie?
No, I'm not talking about
Little
cocaine. I'm
breaks
talking
and-
about just
straight coca.
They take the leaves, they toast them, and then they grind them into a powder.
So you make coca powder.
No, that's not what it is. It's green. It's a green powder.
I saw
fair
dried
enough.
leaves that were in a package, but they were so dry that when
Next
you
time
touch
you-
them, they fall into a powder. I did see that.
Next
But
time
not,
you go,
you didn't actually
try to
see
sniff
a
that.
powder.
I didn't see an actual powder. I saw the whole leaves that were dried.
Green
Yeah,
mustache.
in Colombia, some of the like indigenous tribes, they'll take the leaves and they'll toast them like really slowly, because if you burn it, it's fucked. And if you don't toast it all the way, then it doesn't turn into the powder. And then once it's nice and toasted, they put it into this thing that looks like it's like a mortar and pestle almost, but it's deeper. And they add like a little bit of the like ashes from the fire and just grind it into a powder. And when they're done, it's this green powder. And that's what they do there when they're like on hikes through the jungle. And it has like a similar effect as like
I bet if I
cigarettes.
Google how to make coke,
This is the first
it'll
step in
say-
the process.
Yeah, it'll
no,
do
there's
those
nothing
steps.
like it. It's nothing like that.
But I did see a lot of coca
I don't.
candy.
I'm not gonna Google that.
Yeah,
It was like a cough drop, and it tastes awful. Yeah, it was like it almost had like a green tea flavor to
Time
it,
is it?
but it was really leafy.
23.
So it almost seemed like a really hoppy beer.
Yeah, when I went to Colombia once, and we made that powder. They call it mambe there, but that's what they do. The same kind of thing. It's so fine. It's like fucking, it's like powdered sugar, with how fine it is. And so if you're like, they do the same thing. They just kind of put it in their lip and just kind of slowly it just kind of like dissolves. And you basically eat it.
Right.
But it's like so fine that if you breathe in when you go to put it in your mouth, you're gonna choke on it. Like it's gonna be just like powdered sugar.
It's like
because it's so fine.
pinole.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Pinole is not that dusty though, but it's dry.
But yeah,
It's pretty dusty.
And so they do that, and then you just kind of like you're just chilled like the whole way through the hike. It has like it's similar to like smoking a cigar or something like that.
Pinole is basically toasted tortilla that they crush up like that, and then they toast it again. No,
Correct.
What's that for? Like, what do they?
it just tastes good.
So you eat that. You eat that like with the water pops. What do you call those lollipops?
Ices.
No, the cheap
Yeah,
fucking
Like the popsicles?
popsicle.
No.
Yeah, it's a
not
popsicle, but
it's
the
Like
frozen
an otter pop? Like
No,
the
the ones that you
come-
break apart.
The one that you can grab them, break them, and then you
Yeah.
know have like a little popsicle stick.
The
for
ones
you.
in the
Oh, okay.
they look like two weenies.
You get like 30 in a bag for.
Oh,
like $3.
okay, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
They don't always freeze though, right? Some people just like drink them.
I've never seen.
You're
people just
thinking
drink
of.
'em.
Am I thinking of something else?
Yeah,
you're
you're
still
thinking of
thinking of
water
water
pops.
pops.
Yeah,
But
this
these
one
are
comes
just
in
like
a
you go to Winco right here or Winco and
Winco.
Have that winka.
and like Walmart or something.
I went to
Yeah.
Winco today.
But you buy them. They're
Hispanics
like real
call it
cheap.
Winco.
They're just water like, and then it's on the sabor.
Yeah.
But you use that pinole for.
You're like-
But they have like
usually
sections like
creamsicles.
sausage, right? It's the plastic is a little bit thicker than like an otter
no,
pop.
No, you're thinking about a boli or like an otter pop. This is like
I'm talking
a
just
popsicle that
white.
you lick.
There's nothing to do with Mexican lollipop.
Creamsicles.
These-
Like
these
you
are-
break
no,
them in half.
bro.
No,
Not
he-
creamsicle.
They
We're
make
thinking
them
of
in
something.
creamsicles too, but
Yeah.
this
You're
is
talking
a-
about the two popsicles. There's
Yeah.
two sticks.
Yes, those that are son de agua. That's
Yeah.
what we call them.
two.
okay.
Yeah.
But they're really
They're
cheap.
water based instead of milk
Yeah.
based.
So it's two sticks. You break them apart, and
Yep.
Yeah, but there's real thin plastic.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
cheap to buy.
you're right. That's not a Mexican thing.
Yeah.
It's,
But you eat pinole with those.
and so you just put that like on it.
No, just like pretty much you have a bowl of that, you stick that shit in.
I've never had it like that.
Yeah, me neither.
Is
Oh,
that
we just eat
is
it,
that
like-
pinole? Do they add like
Usually
add
just
sugar?
with a spoon.
It has like a
With
little bit
a little bit, yeah.
Do you add sugar to that or no?
Usually
It does.
sweet.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's
does.
kind of
Sweetened.
it's like sweetened.
and cinnamon too.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay,
So it's like a
right on.
little snack.
See, like I said, I'm a pasty white boy, man.
I'm gonna have to get you some pinole. So you can,
Only if you bring us duck eggs. If not,
I'm over here like I could probably show you how to smoke some ribs, but that's about it.
John can tell. Oh shit! Never
You
mind.
should have Craig on your podcast so he can tell you the stories about Colombia.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fue a Colombia.
He's a very avid hunter as well.
you might do well on my other podcast.
What is it called?
So you think you can dad?
Oh yeah.
It's a
Oh,
dad.
that's a
it's
bad
a dad
idea.
podcast.
Jesus.
Yeah. Any dad advice?
Oh no, it's not dad advice. It's just me bitching about my kids.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's so parents don't, so they know they're not alone. You know.
Oh, no.
Like-
I have my own problems.
I don't know if it's anybody else's. Well,
Yeah, that's what I.
Nice.
yep.
No, I never saw the powder.
That's not what I was asking about.
Sure you
I
were.
was talking about something else. God damn it.
Yeah. Did you bring some back in a
No.
in a shady back?
No,
pack?
No, he put it in his,
because the coca plant in any form in the United States is
It's
illegal.
illegal. Is it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
He put it in his little
They
satchel.
wouldn't even let me bring my candy back. The Coca
Yeah.
candy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they also wouldn't let me bring back Inca Cola, which is like a bubblegum flavor.
Did you
soda.
Did you eat hamsters down there?
Guinea pig, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did eat a guinea pig.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Couscous. What's it called? Is it couscous?
Cusco.
Couscous? No.
Like
Couscous.
Cooey.
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 Isn't
Cooey.
couscous like a
It's like a rice, isn't it?
yeah, isn't it like
yeah,
a grain?
I think so.
of
Yeah.
some kind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Cooey.
eat cooey with couscous.
Couscous.
We have a
Cooey.
we have a Peruvian lady that knows all this.
In Guatemala they have a
Oh, really?
yeah.
Sister Peruvian.
In Guatemala they have a rodent similar to those called the tepescuintle, but it's like
Yeah, that's
larger.
What
I tried that once and it was not good.
No.
Guinea pig
But the
wasn't good either.
the piece of meat they gave me was just it was like there was a little bit of meat on top of just a slab of gristle. It was not.
They gave you the worst piece.
yeah,
'cause
exactly.
Yeah, no. Well, we had it in cubes, and it was all stringy. It was awful.
It probably wasn't cooked properly.
I don't know.
This is in cochinita pibil.
The dude that cooked it was like, "You just cook it till the hair falls off," and I was like, "That's just great."
Interesting.
Yeah, probably he didn't know how to cook it.
Yeah, sounds right. There's got to be better ways to prepare that.
That had to have smelled really gross.
Yeah, what was the smell like?
So I wasn't there while they were cooking it.
Oh,
But just on your
that's
plate.
probably
On the plate, so there was so many other smells going on
Oh.
where I was at. Everything smelled like diesel exhaust fumes. So the whole
that'd
country
make you
smells
throw
like
up.
diesel exhaust fumes. Except
Well,
for
that's
Lima.
Mexico in general.
Guatemala's like that too.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere near a main road, you're gonna get a lot of that smell.
Lima smelled like the ocean, so that was good. But I was only in Lima
Is
for
that
the
a good
night.
smell?
I like the smell. As long as there's not a bunch of dead fish around, it's not bad.
There's a bunch of seals around, but I mean, it was all right while I was there. But I was only in Lima for a few hours. Flew into Lima, walked across the street, stayed in the hotel, walked back across the street, and hopped in some like little puddle jumper to go from Lima to Cusco.
I said tutu. Yep.
Huh?
What are they called? Tuk-tuks? Those puddle jumpers?
Was it one of those? No. The tuk-tuks are the little taxis. They're like the three-wheeled vehicles. A puddle jumper is a small airplane.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we got like 12 people in this. And,
Yeah.
and then one dude, while he's in the airplane, he's like, "I don't know what I did with my passport."
Oh, that's not good.
I mean, he was in Peru, but he's good luck getting home.
Yeah.
Nah, it turned out it was tucked in the bottom in some pocket in his
Lucked out.
luggage.
Oh, shit.
Same dude though. While we went to Machu Picchu, got it soaking wet, and so it all, got all wrinkled and looked nasty. And he's trying to stamp it because they have a special stamp in Machu Picchu. The ink wouldn't hold wet paper.
Damn.
That guy sounds like he was not very well prepared.
No,
Sounds like someone we know.
Yeah, the guy that was going straight to buy a rain jacket and then didn't buy one.
Yeah.
So
we got those
because
stories.
he got busy doing something else.
So, yeah.
But luckily,
We're talking about John.
Hero Leo here saved the day.
Yeah, but
Is
that's
what
a,
I've heard.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a talk for another day.
Yeah.
We'll
Well, we're gonna
definitely
get
talk,
to
yeah,
it.
we'll definitely talk
We're
about
definitely getting to it.
Yeah, the next podcast, we were supposed to do one over there. We didn't do it, but the next one will be about Overland.
it looked fun. It did.
It's a cool show. It's a cool show. Anything you can think of to do with four-wheel, like off-roading, long-term camping, like outdoors, anything like that. There's a lot of that stuff there. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
we'll definitely talk about
cool
that
show.
on the next one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you have anything you want to say before we close this out?
So,
Like,
one quick thing. So, where we were talking about food.
this is drink.
Yeah. Or
We're talking about food.
There you go.
Fucking is.
There's
What? We're an accurate podcast.
I will say that if you're really looking into getting some good food, you got to make sure you got the right shit to cook it in. So there's a guy in Roberts that makes cookware. He makes pots and pans. So check him out, McMurray.
What's his name?
What's his name?
McMurray Hand Forged.
oh,
Yeah, we'll have to check it out.
Really, John?
What type of cookware? Just like
You're talking like
pots,
cast
pans,
iron
cast
stuff?
iron.
It's not quite cast iron. It's actually it's actually forged pots and pans. Got real good nonstick to it. He does like.
Is there like
specials and
a?
stuff.
but is that naturally?
Are they like carbon steel pans, or are they stainless, or what's he?
He
Do you
doesn't
know
do
what he's
stainless.
using? So they're carbon steel
Yeah,
pans.
I believe
Right
so.
on.
Yeah.
Is there like a certain seasoning, a way to season them, like as opposed to cast iron, or is it like very similar?
You'd have to talk to him about that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we get him on?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
I got his number.
That sounds
I can-
cool.
Okay. Yeah. Get us his number, and
Yeah.
we'll see if we can make that happen.
Yeah, so he also has 100 or several hundred birds. So if you got any questions about your chickens or ducks,
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Get his number to John.
Yeah,
Here,
so
I'm
send
sure
it to
that
him.
you guys will
John
keep
just wants
messaging.
some. John doesn't have
other.
questions. He just wants eggs, or the
what
chickens
if
themselves.
what if he brings his one of his birds and we have him right here while we're doing the podcast?
That is true. Like a cooked one in his cook set. That's all prepared and everything. That'd be
he
badass.
could probably do that for you.
That'd be awesome.
He's-
Okay.
Clint said.
Yes. Yeah. Get us in touch with him because I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
badass.
interested in that.
Yeah, he can bring you some of his pots and pans and stuff.
I'm
too.
hungry.
That would be badass.
great
yeah.
now.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right. That's
Clint,
cool.
thanks so much for coming
Yeah,
on,
thank you, man.
Thanks, we
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it. We'll get so we give all the guests a coin. There's a challenge coin.
All right.
We'll go grab that once we wrap this up. But just so you know, just
Yeah.
for the
He
people
will
out there,
get
we
one.
didn't forget. He is getting one.
And we also didn't forget.
Yes, I also have your knife.
All right.
I was gonna bring it up here, but I think I left it downstairs. But it's ready to go. So congratulations on the
Yeah, we were going to
giveaway.
give it to you on the show, but
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. I thought
I
you brought
fucked
it
that
up.
up. My
but
bad.
somebody forgot.
I
Probably,
apologize.
I probably would have screamed like a little girl, you know.
I was do it like he was.
We'll
gonna
get it.
to
We'll
you.
do a story on that or something. So
Yeah.
John will take a quick story.
Yep. Okay.
Sweet.
Perfect.
All right.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Yep.